In September 2001, while our country was devastated from the terrorist attacks, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was 3 and my brother was 8 months old. She had 7 surgeries, chemo, and radiation during the next year. Our family had always been in church, but our church family became even more important that year.
My name is Jenny Richardson, and when I was 30, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The week of 9/11, I had tests run, and I was diagnosed 1 week later. I still remember the doctor calling me and giving me my test results, and I just remember feeling the devastation. After I got off the phone, I went and picked up my baby and just held him close and rocked him and cried and just really prayed to God. God gave me the blessing of my children. No matter how I felt in the morning, I always had these 2 little faces looking up at me and just wanting me to be their mom and doing things that moms do. And I think that really made things seem normal, and just taking care of them took my mind off all my fears. God also blessed me with Christian friends and family. From the very beginning, I could just feel their prayers and the strength that I got from that. The women of the church got together and did a prayer meeting, and I just remember their tearful prayers that were lifted up for me and just the love that I felt there. Many people ask me if I was mad at God, and I guess that's a pretty fair question, pretty normal question, but I never really felt that way. It seemed like from the very beginning that the Holy Spirit really came upon me and just gave me a peace. And it's a peace that is pretty impossible to understand unless you've been there and felt it. Even now, looking back, I don't understand how I wasn't scared or wasn't nervous about the whole thing, but God just really gave me that peace so that I can endure. After the first surgery, the doctors really thought that I would be cured, but they found more cancer, and so they had to go back and do another surgery. And in between those 2 surgeries, I was really nervous about what was going to happen, what they would find. But God really helped me and just gave me a peace. I felt Him in such a mighty way then, and the way I've never felt before that or felt since. One evening while I was sleeping, I felt that angels came down and held me and just comforted me and showed me that things were going to be okay. And I just really felt like for about a month there that God really was just walking right beside me, and I could just feel Him, His presence when I was alone. I could just feel that He was right there beside me and that I could just talk with Him, and I felt like that for about a month. And then one evening I felt like I was alone, and I remember feeling that I was so lonely, and I realized that God had been so close to me and just holding me so tight, and He had just set me down on the ground and just showed me that I was strong enough to handle things on my own. During this time in my life, God showed me how very dependent I am on Him. Our lives are so fragile, and we never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. He took me in His arms and held me until He thought I could stand on my own.